Hey everybody, KC here. So it's spring, right? I mean, finally, after what seems like the longest winter that I can ever remember, it's spring. Got a chance to put the top down. The beginnings here in the Northeast of you're starting to see buds on the trees, grass is beginning to grow. In some places, cicadas are beginning to sound, but it's spring. And at the same time as we're experiencing spring, we also know that, listen, hopefully we're seeing at least the beginning of the end of the pandemic. People are, getting vaccinated at a greater rate than ever before. I don't think we certainly don't have the cases down to where we want to have them down to, but there's at least a glimmer of a future where we don't have to be worried about the pandemic all the time. And I think that's terrific. But I also think it's important not to stay too focused on the end of the pandemic and not to stay too focused on the fact that it's spring. And we're all maybe going to get some relief from what we've been dealing with for the last 12 months. And, most oppressively in a lot of ways, what we've been dealing with during the past winter. I think it's really important to think about 2022. 2020 was a year that none of us are really going to forget anytime soon. And I really think that 2021 is going to end up being a transitional year. It's critical that we think about 2022 of a year that is not transitional, but I think that needs to be transcendent. It is the year in which businesses have to be able to say, here are the ways in which we're going to be fundamentally different coming out of the pandemic than we were going in. There is a temptation to luxuriate in the moment, right? It's spring. It's going to be about to be Easter weekend, right? All the signs are feeling hopeful, but it's really important not to just look short term, but also to look long term. To think about how 2022 is going to be the year that really makes a difference in how our businesses, all of them, regardless of what we do, how our businesses are going to continue to move the needle and even change the world, at least in terms of our shoppers. That's important, because if we think just in terms of the short term, if we think just in terms of, oh man, this is great, right? The sun is out, let's enjoy the moment, we're going to miss the bigger moment. And that's the moment to make a difference. So, yeah, spring 2021, that's all great. But we really have to be looking at the transformational year, the transcendent year of 2022. It's not too early, I think, to start really focusing on that. Anyway, that is what is on my mind this morning. As always, I want to hear what's on your mind.